This is where we're staying for tonight, Stonehenge. This is where we're parking for tonight. We found this location from the app called Park for Night. Then we found this. This is a very nice view. Lots of people. And Will, what are you up to?
Our cassette toilet stopped working. There was a tiny fuse actually in the mechanism itself inside the toilet.
You broke it.
No, I did not break it. I wasn't the last one to use the toilet.
But you fixed it now.
It's all fixed now. Tiny fuse.
Okay, good. And I get my washing done.
Well, it's typical. As you can see, we're inside now. Down at Stonehenge, I think everyone was praying for rain, and it's bloody pouring down. So I thought I'd come inside and we'll just go through some of the things we've had to do on our travels, especially for the dogs. Because we're going abroad, we have to fill out a certificate called the Animal Health Certificate. Because our vets are no longer recognised in the EU because of Brexit, we have a separate 11-page document to be filled out, which has to be filled out correctly. Every page has to have a vet stamp on it and has to have the correct sections deleted that need deleting.
Yeah, the vet, we stay in the vet about an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
Monday.
a good hour. It was a good hour checking it. And even the vet found that he'd actually done something wrong. But luckily for us, that on the Brittany ferries, who were actually going through from Portsmouth to Santander in Spain, on their website, you can actually download a checklist. And if you go through this checklist, it tells you exactly how the animal health certificate should be filled out. So you can double check. And also, Brittany Ferries, if you send off a copy of your animal health certificate, they will actually check it for you before you get to the port. Because if this document ain't filled out and you're travelling with dogs, you will be refused entry onto the ferry. One other thing we had to do, because we're not just staying in Europe, we're going to go to Morocco and places that are a high risk of rabies infections for the dogs. We've had to have rabies injections. You have to get a thing called a serology certificate for rabies, which is an antibody test. We started this in January with our two dogs having their rabies injections, and then they had a test. They both failed, unfortunately. So we had to have a second test done. They were given another vaccination, a second test done, and now they've passed that. So both the dogs now have got the correct paperwork for us to go into countries that have high rabies risk. When we get to Spain, we've got an appointment with a vet, Spanish vet, and hopefully they're going to give us a European pet passport for the dogs, which will make traveling in the future a lot easier, because it means we don't have to keep getting an animal health certificate every time we want to travel.
So when's our ferry?
Our ferry's Friday at 7:30. So we got 2 days here at Stonehenge, looking at the rain by the look of it. And then fingers crossed, even though we've checked this health certificate, I'm still going to be nervous until they put that stamp on it and say, go on, you can get on the ferry.
Yeah, we should be okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
But there's always something to worry about.
So we might see you on Friday.
We'll
for
give you an
another-
update Friday, yeah. How we get on.
Okay.
Enjoy, everybody.